Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to Earth 2, where the revolution must be televised. It's your boy Mo Crosby, and I'm back today with your girl Keem. Yes, with your girl Keem, and we're here to talk the last episode of La Révolution, season one. Because hey, man. Netflix hasn't put out any news saying we don't want the show anymore, and the show ended on a banger.
They better not.
My bad.
They better not. Like, if y'all do that bullshit where you go ahead and give the okay for season 2 and then change your mind 15 minutes later.
Right. I mean, it's COVID, so let's hope, that's why they haven't started filming yet. They should have been
doing. Like,
I mean, everybody else is filming with masks on.
Get up in there.
Right. So yeah, I was super excited with that finale. I was so excited that I was in the chat, like just going all the way off. Like, yo, is this what's happening? I mean, because when we talked on episode 6, what's her name was not there anymore. Ride or Die left.
Ride or Die was out.
Listen, Ride or Die
was not.
Fuck her. Seriously, that's how I feel about her.
So hard. Yeah, she talked a good game the whole time, but like she said in the beginning, she was like, I told you not to trust anybody.
I mean, she did say that though, and
But when people tell you that, when they're like, trust no one, you don't think that means them.
But like, I think we've seen so many shows that when people say trust no one, it automatically turns around to being them included.
Them. But it was like 1700. That should have been a thing then. Like that was so terrible and so heartbreaking.
It was.
Whole time.
It was the worst. Right. A rich bitch spy.
A rich bitch spy with a fabulous ensemble.
Like, when she came with okay. Let's talk fits. Because her spy fit was.
It was listen.
It was a look.
I'm a size 12. If anybody is ever interested in getting me that full full
Keem's gonna cosplay her next year for Halloween. Watch.
Cosplay, nigga. I'm wearing that to the grocery store. Like, cosplay. Sure. Yeah. Okay.
She was serving though. She was serving spy with her little sword and Nas like a couple ear thingies. I'm like, yo, you clean up.
Right.
I hate you, but you clean up.
Like, and so here's the other thing though, which is crazy. She gave a full backstory on why she was so loyal to Élise.
Yes.
Remember that? Like second T30 episode about how like a group of dudes were really about to assault her, and Élise came through and was like, if you dare,
right,
I'm gonna fuck all of y'all up. So
she's been
a plant embedded for that long.
Yes, she's been embedded for that long. That is some evil genius type planning and coordination. Because listen, at some point, usually in shows like this, when someone has been a plant for that long, they usually turn to the side and it's like, you know what? I've been with you for so long. I'm not like your friend. It'll kind of hurt me to, backstab you. But no, she
didn't even blink.
She did not. She's like I told you not to trust nobody.
Shot her and said, trust no one.
And then stabbed her.
Yeah. and then
she wanted to make sure she was dead. Like, just to make sure that there's no coming back for you. Die, bitch.
Yeah, die slow.
Right.
Mm.
And
what kind of make sure all your kids don't grow. Well, I mean, technically your kid is growing, but not
the one.
Not outside Versailles. Yeah.
Because when she said, yo, take her to Versailles, I was like,
Yeah, that was the first thing that had me like, that guy's in uniform. And Versailles is the place they don't want her to be.
People are like, right.
Yeah,
like,
this is where all the head blue bloods are. So Why would you send her there?
Yeah, pretty much besides the home of the thin blue line. But no,
Versailles is the fucking White House, dude.
facts. But can we talk about what's his face? Cuzzo for a little bit, Donnie.
Don
What? He said
war fit was impeccable.
no, like I'm not even. I hate him. I want him to die painfully.
Disgusting. But man, that nigga serves up some looks.
Like his funeral fit, top notch.
Which was not really funeral appropriate though.
Right.
But
I mean, it was the funeral / coronation, so
I guess I don't know, a black sash, something, but
right. No black. Nah, I know black. But his war fit though, that blue, I will wear that.
Me too. Again, guys, size 12.
I would actually rock that. Like that was fire. Like you throw some gold accessories on that and listen.
He said, I know one thing y'all niggas not gonna do is outdress me for this war. I'm about to
First of all, they can't. They cannot outdress you for shit.
No. Like I might be a lot of things, or I might not be a lot of things, but one thing I can do is dress.
He be dressing.
He be dressing. They call that nigga blue cheese.
Yeah.
He be dressing. Blue cheese. Damn you, Steve Harvey.
Oh man, Donnie came to war dressed to the nines, gave a speech. No. Then Joseph gave a speech. Then Élise gave a speech, and then they're like, "Oh, if you want to see your sister again, you have to surrender." And I'm like, something is he? I'm like, of course he's gonna surrender because they do outnumber them, right? But again, I should have known these poor people ain't never shot nobody in their lives.
These niggas eat people. That's how I knew the surrender was gonna be bullshit. They eat people. I don't care how many guns you have. They eat people. So when you come to him and say, if you want your sister back, like, I don't know why people always think that tyrants have like hearts. Like, she's my sister. She cool.
Right, but she got caught.
Yeah, but she got caught. That makes her weak. Okay, I mean, is she gonna die? Okay.
Okay.
So
like, you know what? Fuck her. Huh? That was like, me. When I was like, whoa. First of all, I shouldn't have been surprised by it. I was thinking, yo, she gonna die. But I was thinking he was going to die. No, I thought Donnie was gonna die.
I didn't think Donnie was gonna die, but I knew he was finna kill his sister. Because he was about to make a statement. He's like, I'm gonna make a fashion statement. I'm gonna make a political statement. I don't give a fuck about nobody else. Like, I've bludgeoned my father to death and left him in the hallway for the world to see.
Listen,
that Donnie is not to be fucked with.
Not to be trifled with, man, because
I'll kill this heifer too. I don't care. I don't give a fuck. The only thing I give a fuck about is my food source and my outfit.
My wardrobe. Yeah, that's seriously. So he sliced her head off. War started, and he's walking through the battlefield like. And I'm just there like, oh, you full of yourself right now because, man, I promise you, if something goes south, Donnie is not going to.
First one to turn bitch. First one. I mean, we already saw it with his sister, like. Right. In that last episode where she just had a hunger. She did not care. She was eating everybody. But then when it looked like her time was up, she was like, oh, no, don't. So, yeah.
Oh, man. But no, let's talk about Albert and Oka breaking up. Like,
bros no more.
No, for real. They broke up. But then before they broke up, they said why they were here. Like, oh, we're here because we need to find X, Y, and Z person. Mm-hmm. You're losing.
Anais, is that her name?
Yes, Anais, or some whatever. Anais or Anais. I'm not sure which it is, but we can probably go back and check. I can't wait for if they announce a season 2. Whenever it drops, I have to watch this episode to go back because I need this episode back in my life somehow.
Absolutely.
But no, they break up. And Oka's like, we came here for something. You about to get yourself killed fucking with these people.
You were blinded
by some person, but
bros before hoes. And
facts,
you know it would be spelled like the French way, like BREAUX.
before HEAUX.
Yes. Like you got this all fucked up right now. We're supposed to be here. Like we have one job,
right?
And that's to find the person that is like patient 0 and eliminate her so that we can like cut the shit.
Right.
And
so once we kill
you
Madame
found out you're a father and
you don't know how to act anymore.
Of everything. Right.
So he lied then, because the fact that he's like lost, or not necessarily lost, the fact that he's looking away from his mission means that it can be controlled
to an extent. Because I think basically what he was saying is like, I kind of have it under control now. Like, remember in New Jack City after Pookie got himself all cleaned up and like he was legit doing a good job, and then they fucking put him in a crack house.
Oh, like, yeah.
And he lost control.
Right.
I think that's the thing. Like, if it's just me and Oka who like knows my shit, I'm cool. But I think the more you're out, you're around people, you can smell the poverty on them, because apparently every zombie nigga just wants to eat poor people.
Except Albert, because man.
But I mean, he might want to eat poor people. He's just got his cravings under control for now.
Right.
But with Oka piecing out.
Right, because Oka did that thing with the hoodoo and kind of cured him for a second.
Mm-hmm.
But if we go back to after, so now during the big final fight, right, homie jumps in. Like, this is when everything was looking lost. Everybody was like, "Oh, we need to run," and we're running, and stupid as Joseph, I have you, my friend. I have you.
I have
you.
You.
Will not die. I'm like, yo, this man has a bullet hole in his chest.
Like, what are you gonna do? There's not enough compression. There's not enough compression to keep this man alive right now. There's all of this death and destruction and mayhem and fuckery happening behind you, and you're like trying to dispense medical care.
Like, yo, they should have kept his doctor ass behind lines, because
I don't know why they didn't stay at the camp.
Right. Just we'll be back, or we won't be. Whatever happens.
Way too altruistic.
Right. And so he's there trying to revive the one guy. Like, he got into a fight, and I was like, well, he's gonna die, but like at least saved his life. And then like everyone is kind of getting their asses kicked. He got his ass kicked. Elise is getting her ass kicked, but she's fighting back. Leatherface got brutalized, like stabbed in the leg.
Yeah, and got her mask torn off.
Like, yo, in a fucking pandemic, don't be taking the mask off.
Don't be taking her mask off. You're already like you're closer than 6 feet.
Way close, right? All your droplets in my mouth. Right.
But then again, there was a lot of blood spraying. So
yo.
As the Rona was probably the least of their concerns. Like everything else they were about to catch, that's bloodborne.
Oh God! Oh, and then like this one kid shot the dude that was kind of like on Leatherface, and then he got excited because he finally killed somebody. Like, I'm like, yo, where's everybody's priorities now? They're killing your people. He's there like, yes,
I got one. Wait till I tell the homies. Wait till I tell the homies.
Yeah, I was. Remember that big war last week? I was there, bro, and I shot a motherfucker. Dead. DED. Yeah, dead. And then they finally run behind this barricade, right? Elise is in this room by herself. I don't know why she was in there by herself, or why she didn't get out, on time.
Because her gun ran out of bullets. That's why.
So she's in this room, and then everybody's kind of locked, behind this barricade, except Albert, who decides to go Mutant X Wolverine, just berserker mode on
Psycho Mob 100.
He's eating everything in sight. I mean, he's just devouring everything. Like, oh man, you're dead. You're dead.
You're
You're dead. You're dead.
I'm taking your head.
Right. And then you see the blue bloods kind of eating it. He goes to the one blue blood and he's like, nah, homie, you fucked up.
You done.
Swipe. And then and then someone comes at him and he still has the head in his hand and he goes, what?
The best scene. Like, when it comes to people getting their ass kicked scenes, I'm ranking this up there. Like, It took me a second to realize exactly what was happening because I was like, man, he is really kicking everybody's ass. And then I was like, is he beating people with a severed head?
Severed head.
And then he bludgeoned a man to death with a fucking head.
Yeah. It's a 10-pound bowling ball at that point, so why not?
My God, I know that's on my notes somewhere. It is. Albert beat a nigga to death with another nigga's head. That's my notes.
And that's when you see Donnie turn straight bitch. Like, yo, wait, this nigga killed blue bloods. Oh, nah.
On number one, his ensemble is nothing. He didn't even care about how he dressed when he came out to the field to fight. And now he's like beating people with other people's heads. He's not even making puns about it. This nigga doesn't give a fuck. I gotta get out of here. I'ma die.
Right. Felt like, and then went into that room, and right when he's in the room, I'm like, yes, he's about to die. He's gonna die. Elise got
you about to lose your job.
Elise got the gun in his face. I'm like, yo, you finna die now. You finna die now. You finna. And then I'm gonna pause right there because I have to talk about Madeleine, Ride or Die versus Bullethead, right? That was crazy.
Like, part of me wonders, the girl in the mirror, did she warn Madeleine about Ride or Die? Because
run.
She did say run.
You mean that's why she gave her the knife?
Yeah. Like, because I don't know. Like, I just feel like when you have a bitch in a mirror talking to you, the least they can do is warn you about who you absolutely cannot trust.
Right. The bitch in the mirror kind of weak.
Yeah, that's true.
Kind of weak.
But
yeah, because Donnie tells what's his face, he's like, "You'll kill her," and Bullethead goes, "Wait, but what about your marriage to her?" He's like, "Well, she's different. You just need to get rid of her forever."
Yeah, we don't want any different people here, and I'm like, "But you eat people. It doesn't get more different than that. Y'all eat people."
Niggas be forgetting. That's just simple. Niggas be forgetting.
The self-hate is real. Like, throughout time, throughout genres, and
right.
It's always one.
It's always one. And then he gets him in the cut, right? So he's like, all right, best, we're gonna have you here. And then Bullethead comes in, and Bullethead starts like looking for Madeleine. Mm-hmm. I'm like, why is he trying to smell her? She's rich.
You can't.
It's not gonna work.
She's rich and she's like immune to all the bullshit. Yeah. So you're gonna have to do better than that, sir.
Which he tried to sniff her, but it didn't work, and so she was about to escape. But here comes Ride or Die, and I'm thinking Ride or Die was selling her performance up to that point, just so that Madeleine would trust her. And it's like, because that's probably why the bitch in the mirror didn't sense it, because she came to kill or to help rescue her, and in turn killed Bullethead.
Okay, you know what really pissed me off about the whole Ride or Die situation? What would have been my absolute, like, were I Elise? When Elise made it to the camp and Ride or Die was in the bed sleep, and then she like woke up like, oh man, I tried. I'm so sorry. I couldn't. I tried. And Elise is like, don't worry, you'll get your chance to like redeem yourself. No. You kill that bitch right then and there, because my daughter is not with you. You swore to give your life for her, and you're like in a bed.
Give your life, bro.
Yeah, you got to die right now. Them's the rules.
Right. They make them, you made them. But, you know, Elise. Okay, so now Madeline escapes. Now let's get back to the action. Um, Donnie's in the room. He's like, "No, please don't kill me." Elise is like, "Haha, you finna see what it's like without you." And next thing you hear is that shot.
Pop.
I'm like, ah. I was like, okay, who shot? Who shot?
Who shot JR?
Right. And next thing you see Elise like drop her gun and slump over a little bit and turn around. And Ophélie right at that goes, well, I kind of told you not to trust anybody.
Told you don't trust anybody. Because she's like, but why? Like, I gave you a gold velvet hoodie.
Cape. I mean, that was fire.
It was a fire ass cape. Like,
fire ass hoodie.
But clearly she's more of a leather girl. And if they were really friends, Elise would have known that. So
right. See, maybe that's all she needed to do for her to like not turn tail.
Right, here's a leather cape. Here's a black leather cape for you.
Right, because it seems black is your color. Takes her, stabs her on top of all that, and she dies. And so she's like, "Oh, come with me to Donnie," and they escape. And then in walks Albert, and I'm like, "Oh God, he's about to give her blue blood. We about to have a blue blood couple. Hey,
blue blood love."
This man just carried her out and walked out. And I'm like, "No, give her the blood."
Stood there. Like, this is the thing that pisses me off about a lot of TV shows and movies. Like, somebody gets hurt or shot or whatever. Nobody ever gives CPR. Like, and then you have to look at like Joe, like, nigga, you tried to save a man with a gunshot wound in his chest. You're not even going to try to do some chest compressions or start a tourniquet or something for her. Everybody's just standing there staring, like, in disbelief.
Was CPR invented at the time?
Mm-hmm. I mean, neither were organ transplants, but that nigga was doing them. So they could have tried.
Right. And so all of this happens, right? He picks her up. She's dying, dead, or whatever. He walks her out. Everyone is looking all dejected and like kind of beaten up. Like, damn, we really thought we were about to do something, but man, we wasn't strong enough.
Y'all barely had guns.
Right.
Like, I don't even understand what your plan was. You stockpile flammable materials and hid behind them.
Dummies.
Not
right.
A great plan.
And so like we get this beautiful cutscene of like when she dies and she gets buried. We get this beautiful cutscene of like the little village and then the little cottage. It's all kind of empty, but then you see the chateau, right, the castle, and you see Uncle Donnie is still sitting in front,
still dead as fuck, just
slumped over like yo.
Weekend at Bernie's,
right? Then everyone is like, "Oh yeah, well it's over." So in my head, I'm like, "Oh, it's over," but then you see the group kind of like on their horse, like. I guess they're going to Versailles. Like they're
gonna go to Versailles. People gotta die there too.
Fast forward to Versailles, you see Ride or Die all black, leathered up, looking like Catwoman / Black Cat, just chilling in the cut. Then you see what's his face, Donnie on his knees, and then you see some other dude, just the back of his head. He's walking
like. It was a real Xerxes from 300 moment.
Seriously, because once he put his hand down, it was like, hey, I gave you, or you had the blue blood and you messed up, blah, blah, blah. I'm like, yo, it's lit. This is the king blue blood. This is the king.
The bluest of the blue
bluest of the bloods,
no
right?
blood has ever been bluer.
Blood zero right there. And so he comes out and he's like, yeah, well, you had the blood, you fucked up. So what we finna do with you now? He's like, no, you don't kill me because I know what's gonna happen. I know what the rebels are about to do. He's like, what are they about to do? Well, they're gonna be on their way to Versailles, and I know how you have to get ready for them. He's like, all right, we can get ready for them. You can go. He tells Ophélie to take Madeleine to like some place.
Bastille.
Yes, right. The Bastille. Oh, yes. That's all coming to me now. he tells her to take her to the Bastille, and then they cut to the Bastille, right? In walks, she walks in the Bastille and is like, okay, this is where you finna stay with this crazy mad scientist doing some crazy shit, farming blue blood from somebody in like mad bottles of blood. And I'm like, this is kind of crazy, right?
It's weird. It's very eerie.
Mm-hmm. And then Madeleine is getting angry.
Yeah, like who knew she could do that shit where she's causing earthquakes.
Firestarter, or what was it?
No, it was Firestarter. I can't think of her name, but yeah, Drew Barrymore.
I was about to say Carrie. She's doing some crazy shit and she's causing earthquakes. And the scientist isn't even shook. I'm thinking, if I was him, like, right? He's like, oh. Whatever.
Are you done? Are you done?
Right? And he's like, finally, my twins are here. Yin and yang or whatever. I'm like, yo. So I don't think Madeleine is a twin, because if she was, what's her face would have known. Or maybe she did have a twin.
That's where the questions start for me, because did Joe get his powers, get the blue blood while he was over in Louisiana, and they brought the person who changed him, like they brought her back over? Or did Élise have twins, and just like they told her, your boy is dead, they took one of those twins?
Twins, right. Could have been.
So we need season 2 for these answers.
And Netflix, come on, because
don't play. I want to like be so bold and be like, if they fuck around with this, I am canceling my subscription.
Yes.
But we're in the middle of a pandemic, and
we don't know we're gonna be going out later.
I'm in the house 24/7. So, once everything opens back up, if they don't renew this, then I'll consider canceling my Netflix.
Right. But nah, this was a pretty good series, because it ended on a real high note. Mm-hmm. It ended with a humongous cliffhanger, because where's Oka? What is he doing after all of this? Like, are they all gonna finally come together in Versailles? Is he going to Versailles? Is that because I think that's what Oka left to do anyways. Mm-hmm. So they're finna just meet again, and I think they're gonna become bros. Like, are they gonna become bros again? Is Dr. Joseph Guillotin? Is he gonna invent the guillotine? Like, really? Are they just gonna rush a season 2 and do all these things, or are they gonna keep it going all the way to like a season 3 or season 4?
What's gonna happen with the nigga that he put the blue blood in because he just could not stand to see him die? Remember, you didn't see where Joe, like when he was he like slipped him the blood. Like,
and that's what pissed me off, right? Because I saw that and I was like, yo, he just did that. He just really, really did that.
He did that. Like,
and then police chief woke up.
That's right. His little dirty ass black Lannister hand came out of the.
It took you a whole episode to come out of a fucking hole. My God, like
how deep was that hole? Oh, he's like, it rained, the ground was soft. Every time I tried to climb, the dirt just kept clumping out. It was a whole thing, guys. Sorry.
Yeah, and is Ophélie gonna die? She needs to die by Madeleine.
She definitely needs to die. She needs to be
painful.
Devoured. Yeah. Is she a blue blood?
That's interesting.
That would be a question.
If she is, she was probably eating poor people too. And it's easier for her because she probably looked the part.
I'm one of y'all. I grew up in these streets just like you did. Right. Come this way.
Yeah, so there's so many questions that obviously we won't have the answers for till we get a season 2. So hopefully Netflix does us good, does us well, and drops a season 2 at some point, or announces a season 2, because they haven't announced it, but they said they would like to start filming, but COVID. So
COVID. One last thing I had in my notes was set design really tie-dyed the sheets red, white, and blue. Like, yes. But the red, white, and blue is like the red of human blood, the blue of their blood. Like, even in like the death scenes, the after scenes of that skirmish in the streets. Like you see red, white, and blue all over everybody. And I was like, word, guys.
It was on the nose. It was on the nose. But yeah, thank you guys for staying and enjoying La Révolution with us, with Keem and myself. We will be back though next year. We're gonna be doing another fingers crossed, another Netflix show. Either that or hopefully maybe when the season 2 of this drops, or maybe when season 2 of Warrior Nuns drop. We have so many things to talk about. We also have some Disney Plus shows coming up that we might be doing together. So hey, look out. Excuse me. Look out for myself, Keem. Bree might be joining us when she's done studying.
Not making herself a better person and
Right.
achieving goals and shit.
Ew, goals. What?
During a pandemic. What are goals during a pandemic?
Right.
She's out here living her
sourdough bread and like the rest
best
of
life. Yeah.
mulled wine, because that's what I'll be trying to do next, is making mulled wine. I'll send you the recipe, don't worry.
I'm just gonna bake.
No, it's like it's warm wine though.
I don't wine most of the time. Okay, I'm not a classy wine drinker. Legit, the only wine I love is Moscato. So
I think you can use Moscato with some honey, some cinnamon, some star anise.
That sounds like a lot. I'm gonna just keep putting amaretto in my hot cocoa and call it a day.
That is it for this show, guys. Thank you very much, Keem. And we will catch you on the next episode of the next show that we'll be doing.